What's up, guys? Telemental the Magician here again with another video. Today we are going to be talking about the Hierophant, which is the fifth card of the tarot deck. The planetary alignment with this card is with Venus, and the element that it's aligned with is Earth. So it's a very earthy card, very material card. So for the description, we have just a religious man. He's adorned in robes and a crown. He's holding a cross. He looks very Pope-like, very organized religion-ish, and he has his congregation in front of him kneeling. He's in a temple. You just get this whole like religious setting, this whole established doctrine type feel to it. His left hand is raised, or his right hand is raised. He has two fingers pointing to the heavens and two towards earth, indicative of his kind of like communion with the spiritual world, with his spiritual growth or spiritual abilities. So when you pull this card, what does that mean? If you pull it upright, it asks you to kind of look at your higher self, become your higher self, encourage others to become their higher selves. It's just a very spiritual card. You want to just be the best you, be a better person, just grow spiritually, be compassionate, stuff like that. It's also a card that calls you to become a leader, to do what is best for other people, kind of put your own needs, put your own desires aside, and do really what is best for the group. Do what's best for your followers, for the people around you, for your family, or whatever. It's a card also of following traditions. So like, the character in the card is very Pope-like. So, you think Catholicism, it has these established doctrines over time. You follow the rules. Everybody follows the rules. Everybody's happy. So this card calls you to look at maybe conforming to a specific set of rules in order to advance in life. Sometimes you want to think for yourself, but there are times where you want to be more conformed, be more adjusted to other people's expectations, to the rules, to just set a set of expectations that is tried and true, that is tested, and sometimes in life that just makes things easier, makes things move along quicker. I mean, there's definitely times where that's not true, but there are some times where you just need to conform and follow the rules and expectations. Now, this can also represent kind of a spiritual advisor, like a guru type person, maybe a pastor, someone in your life who will be guiding you, someone in your life who will be giving you some spiritual guidance in the near future. Lastly, I want to say this card is about identifying with a group. So when you are becoming part of a religion, it's a big group thing. You want to be aligned with the other members of the group. You want to seek like a kind of community with them. So this card very strongly suggests that you should find some type of community that you fit in, or maybe if you already are a part of a community, maybe give more time towards that community, put yourself in service a little bit more. So it's a good card. It's a card of identifying with others, becoming a part of a group, just conforming and being a part of society, you know what I mean? And in reverse, it's kind of a little bit different. It's not saying don't do these things. It's saying kind of take your own guidance instead of immediately conforming without question. So it could mean in reverse, you are getting some bad spiritual guidance. Maybe a guru is thinking like selfishly. He's telling you all these spiritual principles, guiding you in this way, but it's only for his benefit, or like financially, or because he needs followers, or whatever. So be on the lookout of someone giving you bad spiritual advice. Be on the lookout of someone that is giving you advice, but for their own personal gain, instead of actually from a viewpoint of help and like being good and gracious. They could be coming from greed or jealousy or something like that. So just watch out for that. Now this card, if you pull it in reverse, also suggests that it might be time to go out on your own, bend some rules, take a little bit of risk. It might be just time to create your own path. Like if people have been telling you this for so long that, oh, you need to do this and that and the third, and it hasn't been working, maybe look at the idea of going out on your own, doing some things that you would like to do, just bending some rules and taking a little bit of risk in order to make the life you want. This card can also be representative of conflict with authority figures. So I know, like me, I kind of have conflict with bosses sometimes, but it can mean conflict with anyone in authority. It could mean trouble with the law. It could mean something like that. So be on the lookout for that. You don't want to let it go too far. Sometimes authority, you just have to submit a little bit in order to keep it moving and keep everyone happy, keep yourself sane and whole. Lastly, I just want to say this card in reverse can be a good thing. It can be a card of freedom. It can mean you're going out, you're doing things for yourself, you're making moves, you're becoming more free and independent. So it's not necessarily a bad thing in reverse. Not the Hierophant. I mean, it can mean conflict and like just you're being controlled, but it can also mean you're breaking free. You're becoming more of your own person, and you're settling into your own body, into your own mind. So be careful not to let this freedom turn into rebellion. That's one risk with it. But as long as you don't rebel, as long as you're not rebelling without cause, as long as you are maintaining your freedom, the reverse Hierophant can be a pretty good card. So that's about all I have on the Hierophant today. Y'all have a good one. See ya.